Alright, what is going on, my dudes? So, as you can see, I didn't spend any time messing around here, man. Right after I pulled those insane champions from the July 4th weekend deals, well, I jumped right in and I ranked a couple of guys up. Now, I'll tell you right now, I also did bring my new shiny 6-star Corvus up to rank 2. I don't have a way to rank 3 him yet, but I'm about halfway there. And I also brought the Symbiote Supreme up to rank 2. Now, I went into this opening expecting to hopefully have a Corvus to bring to rank 2, because I did go for that Cosmic Crystal, but the way I got this Symbiote Supreme was just so incredibly unexpected. But then I remembered that myself and Riley, well, we are the CEOs of Kabam. So let's just quickly cut to how this happened yesterday, if you haven't seen it. Oh my god, how am I gonna pick between this? I gotta be smart. I purposely didn't take up my 5-star to rank 5 in case I ever pulled him. Alright, we're gonna do one more Nexus here. Something good, man. So obviously, man, that was just so unbelievably lucky that I just had to take this guy up to rank 2. And I'm nowhere near the Mystic T5CC to bring Doom to rank 3, so I figured I can spare the Mystic Catalyst for now. I've had my duped Symbiote Supreme 5-star rank 4 for just the longest time, and I've been always procrastinating taking him up to rank 5 in case I pull the 6-star, and I got him pulled and duped within the course of 45 seconds yesterday, or today while I'm recording this. So I figured now is just the perfect time. I really want to take Sunspot up as well, but I have literally 0 mutant ISO, and I'm a little low on Catalyst. I want to wait and see what Magneto looks like, you know what I mean? But anyway, without further ado, man, let's jump into some Act 6 and Canadian difficulty content. Alright, so let's jump right in today with one of my favorite fights in this entire video. And this is going to be the footloose path in 6.4.2. Alright, so this has the best defense, footloose, and spry. Okay, so obviously, Sim Supreme is a fantastic matchup for any Medusa, just because he's going to be nullifying all of her Furies, and if he tosses off a special 3, when she has 3 Furies, well, they're all going to go away, and so on and so forth. That makes Sim Supreme one of the best options for that 6.3.1 boss, as well as way back when Sim Supreme first came out and Medusa was still a decent Alliance War boss in lower tiers. That's way back when Sim Supreme came out, when I was playing for about 6 months or so, and we would come into contact with some Medusa bosses, and we would send a guy with the Sim Supreme, and she would just get absolutely rinsed, man. So here, what I want to do is I'm just tossing off that special 3, and then I'm going to be chaining my special 2s here, and watch this. Watch this right here. That is like 100k plus special 2 with only one of those critting. So this is a 6.4 level fight, and this rank 2 Sim Supreme got through it in 28 hits. Now, I do have some fun synergies with him. I have the Venom synergy so that I can have another chance of having the nullifies or the staggers just come back again when they expire. I have the Doctor Strange synergy to start with 1 bar of power just to make this video go a little bit faster. But then I have a really great synergy as well, and that is going to be the one with Sorcerer Supreme. As you can see, I have a little prowess under my name there, under my health bar, and every single time Sim Supreme switches a blessing, well, he's going to get a 15% prowess that can stack up to 3 times. So I have 3 prowesses that could be a 45% attack bonus for my specials. Now, they do go away when I throw off my special attack, but for example, I had 2 during that, so my special 3 hit 30% harder. Does that make sense? So I'm going to be very, very careful with this Spider-Man Stark Enhanced tier, the Starky, because there is the Spry node, so the last thing I want is for him to evade and then to go through that whole process here. So here, I'm just gonna toss off a big special 2 here. I got some armor breaks there. Had that was like a nice 50k special 2 in total. I got some bleeds going here, and I'm just trying to make him not toss off that special 2. And I went for the special 1, even though I thought he might evade it. I figured, you know, why not? I do that very often on this channel. But yeah, dude. So up next we're going to 6.3, 6.3.3, I believe, the one with the Havoc boss, and this is going to be the what's it called? The counter tactics and combo party, just because it's a very fun lane. It's a fun lane to you know, take fun champions to. This is the lane I took that rank 5 6200 Cyclops to, and he took like 120 hits before dying to Groot when he was at like 50% health. So like you can't really bring anybody here, but any like decently hard-hitting champion is just going to look very, very fun when you take them here. And Groot is just such a good matchup for Symbiote Supreme because he gets all of those buffs. Unfortunately, he didn't have like his giant buffet of buffs handy when I was throwing off my special 3, and at this point it just wasn't coming, so I figured I would just toss it off at this point. Now keep in mind Groot is bleed immune, so I can't like stack those crazy stacks of bleed on him. One thing I really should mention here is that I am running deep wounds at 3 out of 5 at the moment of recording this video, as well as Mystic Dispersion as 3 out of 5. I've been running like a very hodgepodge mastery setup since the start of the last war season, just because I don't want to spend too many units switching my masteries back and forth, and I can keep Mystic Dispersion on when I'm placing defense. So yeah, dude, I'm just cycling these special 3s against Groot here. Now in the past, I haven't been the biggest fan of Symbiote Supreme, just because of his playstyle of cycling the special 3s and waiting to get the power. And you know, I was used to play him like without Mystic Dispersion running, and when you do play him with Mystic Dispersion, he's such a fun champion to play. And I figured that since I do run that mastery a lot more often nowadays, I feel like now is a good time to rank up the Symbiote Supreme. All the stars kind of aligned. I got him for the first time and duped him, and he's currently fitting my mastery setup, and he can also be a decent flow defender as well if I wanted to stick him there. Alright, so up next we have this Venom on combo party, and Symbiote Supreme is such a good matchup for Venom, dude, because you're going to start the fight and just nullify all of the buffs that he has on him and just do a big chunk of damage here. So as you can see with the Mystic Dispersion, I'm already almost up to 3 bars of power. I'm going to toss off a special 2 here actually and steal some power back, and I'm all the way at a special 3 now. I'm going to toss off this special 3 while he is parried. And then I might jump in and attack him. I don't remember exactly what I did here. I was just kind of messing around to see what kind of damage I could do. I did go right in. I think I'm going to try and bait out a special 1, but he's not going for it, so I'm going to just go ahead and push him above a special 2 and just go for it, man. I'm up to a special 2 now, so I'm going to put those armor breaks on him, get the weakness, and steal some power because I have all 3 blessings from my special 3. We're already back at a special 3, man, and there we have it, and that Venom is just absolutely flushed down the toilet, dude. And up next we also have a Thor, and I'm going to speed this fight up a bit, just the beginning, because at this point we've seen the ramp up for Symbiote Supreme so many times, right? We're going to build up to a special 3, we're going to toss it off, and then we're going to kill the defender. And that's pretty much how every fight with Symbiote Supreme goes. Now, the thing with Symbiote Supreme is that many people always say that he's not the most suicide-friendly champ in the world, and I think that is pretty evident on 2 different lanes in Act 6. You know, we got through 2 defenders, and we're down to about 35%, and that was the same on both. I didn't make a single mistake in either fight, but I am pretty low on health, you know what I mean? So obviously, without suicides, you could pretty much remain topped up for most of the fight, but, you know, when you bring him in for a couple fights on the path, that's where I view his use for me. He's not a lane clearer for me. Up next, we're actually going to jump into some Canadian difficulty, just to show that even going forward for, like, CAD difficulty and stuff in 2020 and moving forward in 2021, Symbiote Supreme is still going to have his uses. Yes, I personally am a bigger fan of champions like Dr. Doom. Of course, Dr. Doom is going to be my rank 3 Mystic option for me. But Symbiote Supreme still gets the job done. Quick flex on this Venom Special 2 full evade. I'm gonna give a little parry here and then toss off a Special 3. Now this is just a little tip if you don't know for champions that rely on doing some damage after Special 3. You land a parry right before it, and then you immediately toss a Special 3, and then you can instantly go in and do some damage. Now, after the Special 3, obviously that guy was just absolutely rinsed. Now, that's how a lot of, like, Alliance War, Alliance Quest fights are going to look. Let's just speed through this hella fight as well. Spoiler alert, it goes really, really well, and it looks exactly the same as all the other ones. But if you're in like an Alliance War or Alliance Quest fight where the health pools aren't too high, well, you know, this is how these fights are going to look. But when you're doing like Act 6 and there's like 350,000 health, you're going to have to cycle a couple more Special 3s sometimes. Here we have the boss of the Canadian difficulty of the Week 1 here, and this is Wolverine, and you know, Symbiote Supreme is a decent matchup for against Wolverine here because he has all those regeneration buffs, and if he has like 3 or 4 of them at a time, well, you can toss off a Special 3 and do some damage like that. But here I actually ate a little combo to the face, no big deal at all. I'm not too concerned about that. This guy is going down fairly simply here, just baiting out this Special 2, and then I'm going to try and parry and toss off a Special 3, but for some reason I did not. I don't know why. But here we go again. I tossed off a Special 3 that time. Maybe I was trying to get a regeneration buff on Wolverine. You know, one thing that I find myself doing with Symbiote Supreme very often is that I try to force buffs on the opponent when I probably just shouldn't do that, and I should just toss off the Special 3. But it is what it is. You know, I'm not like a master Symbiote Supreme player. I'm a big fan of the character, and I know, you know, what he does. Speaking of that, one matchup that's really, really great for Symbiote Supreme is Annihilus, and that's because right at the beginning of the fight, he is going to nullify his rod, and big shout out to my buddy Wally for being on my friends list and always supplying me with a really, really quick Annihilus duel whenever I need one. But as you can see, you can just like parry this guy without too many issues at all, because he's not going to be able to, ignore that stun or ignore that parry. Here I ate that Special 1 to the face, but as you can see, we had that second blessing up with the little shield, so I couldn't take more than 15% damage. That's a nice little bit of utility that Symbiote Supreme has. So finally we're going to do one quick fight against Winter Soldier here, just to show you how Symbiote does in a non-ordeal matchup. Now, obviously, you know, sometimes Winter Soldier has that Fury buff, but I'm not even sure if this Realm of Legends version has one, but we're just going to basically work our way up to a Special 3. As you can see, there are really no buffs to take advantage of, so we're slowly creeping up to a Special 3, and the Mystic Dispersion hardly even matters at all here. But this is a really, really great time to have that Doctor Strange synergy so that it can go a little bit faster, and you only have to build up 2 bars of power. Does that make sense? So here I'm going to have 3 stacks of prowess, actually, so the Special 3 is going to hit kind of nice. I really like that Sorcerer Supreme synergy for Symbiote Supreme. So many Supremes, so many Sorcerers, so many Symbiotes, but here we're tossing off that Special 3, and we're going to have all 3 of our blessings active here. We're going to go right in after the parry, and we have a Fury buff up, and we have all of our blessings active, and we are stacking some mad bleeds. Now keep in mind, we only have 3 mastery points in Deep Wounds, but we did get 16 stacks of bleeds up, dude. That's just absolutely insane, man. And I think we're going to toss off a pretty decent Special 2 here, man. That was pretty alright. It wasn't the best Special 2 I've ever seen from this guy, but it wasn't too bad. So here, you know, Winter Soldier is down to about 40% health after one Special 3 cycle, alright? So we're going to go back in and do another Special 3, and we're just going to repeat the process like that, and that's pretty much what you want to do with Symbiote Supreme when you're in a matchup that is less ideal. Where you want to use Symbiote Supreme is pretty much any fights where there is just an absolute surplus of buffs, you don't want to use him for a fight like this. Like, you know, he's actually getting Winter Soldier down in like a decent amount of time for a fight that he really shouldn't be doing in a pretty okay number of hits. As you can see, we just hit 20 stacks of bleed up on this guy. So like, he really didn't do too bad in this fight at all. 120 hits, about 2 minutes, but you never ever want to use Symbiote Supreme for a fight like this. You want to pull your Symbiote Supreme out for nodes like Resistor and Combo Party, or not so much Combo Party, but any nodes where there are tons of buffs to take advantage of. Alright, so my dudes, that's going to be it for this initial rank 2 Symbiote Supreme gameplay. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do me a favor and leave a like. Comment what you think about this guy in the comment section below, or comment anywhere you want me to take him, and subscribe if you want to see some more content coming to you very soon. I'll be seeing you around.